y'all, welcome back to Spirit Journey. Just sharing spiritual knowledge from experience. Excuse the dark screen, it's cracking daylight and I'm on my way to work, so it just is what it is. But anyway, consider it a voice in the dark, whispering to you from afar. Nah, I'm just saying that, man. I don't know, it might, viewing this, it might actually be lit up, but on the screen, I can just barely make out anything in it. But anyway, wanted to talk about Ascension 101. What is it? And many people don't follow the term. It's not a common term, so they think Ascension, something woo-woo, or it just means moving up, ascending through the ranks. And yeah, that's exactly what it is. But in the perspective of creation and spiritual growth, it is the growth process of embodied consciousness upon the planet. Yeah, the planet, everything with our garden, the planet, is all about growth cycles. She's a water planet. This is the birthplace of new consciousness. Now it gets woo-woo because the way I comprehend it, off of all the experience and the studies and things that I've done, it's this garden offers humanity the opportunity, and our co-creators that caused our genetics to be the way they are. It gives us an opportunity to sow the soul in. So it's I don't know, it's time to explain it really. I'm trying to deal with traffic. Anyway, it's as you're ascending through stages of self-awareness, you become an active participant within your ascension. So in other words, all of life is going through these ascension cycles regardless of what their level of awareness is, because the growth cycles are still happening. The growth cycles are still moving forward. Does not matter if people are aware of it and tending to their garden, or if they're not aware of it and the weeds are taking over. It doesn't matter. The growth cycles are still happening. So when you're an active participant in your ascension, that means you are embodying whatever your stages of self-awareness are in your growth. So what your energy is involved in, what you are receiving, and what you are sending into your environment. It's all about self-awareness. And what are you allowing yourself to put up with, and what are you standing up for? What of your own boundaries are you standing up for? All levels and stages of self-awareness. Because the world, get in the turn lane already. Sorry, excuse me about that. The world will just run you over if you're not flowing, if you're not in some kind of a flow. But the thing with the world is it's full of non-player characters, people that have no self-awareness. They just follow whatever directions they've been given, whatever policies they've been given. They don't think for themselves. They don't see the bigger picture of what it's doing. They're just following an order, following a direction, and completely ignorant to the fact that that direction might be destroying a part of the environment, or taking away from their family, or just whatever the negatives are. It's just completely missed because, gotta follow a direction. Somebody wrote something down, and then people just suddenly lose the ability to think for self. Okay, those are your NPCs, your non-player characters. They just kind of walk through life in a duh. But man, they got nice things, nice vehicles, they got nice money, they can go do and show and play, but they're just completely oblivious to what the hell they're a part of. So those are the people that are just continuously financially supporting the degradation of big corporations that are destroying our sacred garden, and also the just blatant ignorance of day-to-day life kind of stuff, going through the light. Let there be light. If you're not aware of what your energy is supporting, then you are not in a level of self-awareness. I mean, it's just kind of that simple. It's not complicated. Hang on a second. This is gonna get crowded. Oh shit. Right, gratitude, little bubble car. Greatly appreciated. Okay, anyway. Self-awareness. See where I want to go with this. It kind of threw me off. I must not be self-aware enough. Nah, it's hard to talk about this stuff with no engagement. It's just something on my mind. So, hey, let's just throw this out there. But sorry, not doing. But anyway, it is important. When people start realizing that most of the things in the grocery store that everyone is financially supporting is laced with poisons that degrade your system, so we shouldn't financially support that. But lack of self-awareness causes it to be financially supported. When these corporations that are pumping this stuff out, the stuff to produce the poisons that's being financially supported, that's being purchased out of the stores, that stuff's being made through chemical processes that are degrading the environment. Again, no self-awareness, financially supporting that process. So all the big corporations are making millions of dollars off of a bunch of non-aware, non-player character people don't know what they're part of because they keep financially supporting the same shit constantly. Just sending them millions of dollars, but then bitching because they see something on the news that's messed up or it's not fixed or yada yada, or they're getting sick and they're upset and they're, all these negatives begin happening, but never clues in that, wow, they've been financially supporting the path of that negative manifestation the whole time. I mean, I found out the hard way on a different angle, dealing with narcissistic bullshit. Narcissists, man, they're horrible. They don't see anything past their own wants, their own gratification, their own image, their own ego. Nothing else really has much value than that. And they'll step on whoever, especially their family members, because they expect this automatic forgiveness from family members. And it don't always work that way. But unfortunately, because of so many non-player characters, people of zero self-awareness, they'll let those authority figures, those narcissistic authority figures, just dictate their whole life for them, and then they'll spend all their time trying to appease those narcissists or live up to their standards, and which is something opposite of what the authentic expression of the person is. So the person begins sacrificing themselves to make up for something, or to fit in, to be accepted, to feel accepted by the asshole narcissist. No. Just don't have time for that shit. Narcissists, they're more than happy to claim all of your time. They don't feel like your time should be spent with you, on you, or with your family, for your family. And they'll get downright offended if you start choosing your family, your career, anything of your own interests above them and their wants. And that's horrible, man. And it's and they have this thing to where all of your successes, they tend to want to lay claim to that, like oh, well, you just couldn't have done it without them. You know, you wouldn't be where you are without them. They done everything for you. They this, that, or the other, because they let you borrow some money, or they did something for you. They gave you something. And because narcissists, a lot of them are pretty well off. It's horrible the things they do to get that way. And because they step on people like they're stepping stones. It's awful. And the lies that they will generate and circulate to protect their own image is that's a whole nother level of awful. But they do it, and there's millions of people that are suffering through that type of abuse on a daily basis, and they have no idea what to do about it because they're just kind of stuck in it. And that's a shitty place to be, man. It really sucks. It's emotionally painful. But anyway, I got off on a tangent. I can damn sure tangent about some narcissistic bullshit. Because they get high positions, and they use those high positions to manipulate and get their way. It's horrible. But anyway, let's go back to Ascension, and I'll cut this short because I want to summarize it, because I want it to be easy to understand or comprehend for people. Not to understand or not to stand under my words, but to just gain higher comprehension for one's own self. And because I don't want anybody to just listen and take as fact. Everybody should be doing their own research, their own introspection, all that good stuff on their own. Because the journey is about oneself. It doesn't matter what's going on in this social construct that's been created in our natural world. Because the social construct is unnatural. It is unnatural on very insulting levels to creation and creator. And education has been altered so that the people can stay ignorant to their own actions, and they just get this little fairy tale of, oh, I just go somewhere for a little while once a week and all is well, and they spend the whole rest of the time supporting the degradation and destruction of their own creation. Yeah, see, everybody's got to face the living life force on that subject matter for self. And that's all part of that dark night of the soul that's gone through as people begin to sow into themselves and realizing what they're really a part of, all that kind of good stuff. But anyway, the Ascension aspect, the ultimate goal, is to become self-aware of the mental body, the emotional body, the physical body, and sew them back together. You know what I'm saying? Yes. That finger. Yes. Sew them back together, man. Move them forward as one. Women, stop giving yourselves away to whatever the whims of men are, and stop doing anything that's not authentic to yourself to impress them. You got to get back into your heart. They have to get into their heart. A man's polarity is positive polarities at the groin. A woman's positive polarities at the heart. The two are supposed to work together to meet in the middle. You know what I mean? When you meet in the middle, it puts you to the womb. The womb, masculine, feminine womb, the area between the belly button and the groin. And that is where the men and women can come together in physical union, emotional union, and mental union as one. And it's a beautiful thing, man. It can go places that other people have to use illicit, hardcore drugs and shit to reach. But damn, just think you can just do it with sex, with breath, with intention, with focus, just by bringing self back to body, just getting back in body. That's it. You don't need drugs. Creation is the most amazing, majestic thing. Hang on, let me get in front of this dude. Eco South. just make it about that, just sewing it back together. Keep it simple. Nobody has to stress themselves out. Everybody thinks that God is there to judge them. That's not the reality. God, the Creator, has always been right here. Right here. You are in the womb. Sorry, I'm multitasking. But we're all growing in the womb of the Creator, the living life force. Every aspect of this creation is breathing it in on one level or another. And it is the momentum moving forward, the sexual energy that is enforcing the breeding rights of every species on the planet. And for whatever reason, mankind seems to be the only species that wants to step in with a bunch of words on paper and words, start dictating how people are supposed to express that, how people are supposed to view their own sexuality. That's horrible. That is such a degrading aspect to implement onto people in their life. I mean, it's so defeating to make people feel shame, and just, it shouldn't be happening. Hang on a second. Hang on just a second. Let me get out of this lawman's way so he can get on by. There we go. Come on by, sir. It's all right. I don't need you staring at my ass that intently. All right, there you go. All right. That's pretty bad when you feel something and you start checking, like something don't feel right, and then you realize, oh, it's an unmarked. Okay, that's why something didn't feel right. But anyway, and this is in a state of distraction, and that was an instinctual event. So just kind of goes to what I was saying. It happens all the time. And but anyway, I'm just running my yap because I felt like it. Let's see if you can see this. Oh, no, never mind. Not going to be able to. Anyway, sun just starting to crest the horizon over the bay, and it's absolutely beautiful. And here we'll do it like this. There we go. Check you out. But anyway, that's what I get to see in the mornings on my way in. That beautiful light right there. That right there. Look at it. Rising from its grave. Rising from its watery grave. Resurrecting to the new day. The holy crown, the anointed one, right there. The light of the world, right there. As the cinema blocks it out. So it's, the eyes got to blink a little. But yeah, I mean, that's what was taken away from everyone's embodiment. That light right there. That is for y'all to embody. So you sew those worlds back together, the mental body, the emotional body, the physical body. Those are three planes of existence wrapped up within one you. So make it about you. Make it about life. Make it real. Make life real again. Live, love, and do it hard. Peace, y'all. One love, one light. Later.